There you guys are. Hey, welcome to a holiday edition. You know, Faulkner Fixes All here. Chestnut Schwinns roasting on an open pellet stove. Yeah, that's it. We're not actually going to roast any Schwinns today. Although there's a few in the attic that I've took a lot of parts off and they need to be smelted down. Yeah, this is not a parts bike. We're not melting it. Yeah, okay, so today we're going to put the fender on, mount the front wheel with the new tire that's already on it, and possibly cable it up, you know, put the bars on, take that wretched square reflector off, put the bars on and the grips I want to use, and maybe even cable the front brake. I think that's probably as far as we're going to get. It's pretty cold out here. It's been a terrible cold spell. I know everybody in the Midwest is like, what are you talking about? Don't be a wimp. Yeah, it's for North Carolina, 18 degrees during the day is pretty cold. But this is the last of the tail of the cold spell, so I thought I'd come out here and do a little work. Now this fender did polish up a little better. You know, if you look at the other video, it's better. I mean, it's not great. There's some definite paint loss there, but we did shine it up pretty good. And we got rid of this absolutely hideous front stay. Look at that. Ah. And we put this better one on. I drilled it off another fender. Another set of fenders that I wasn't too keen on saving the stay. Anyway, that's a nice gunmetal stay with the correct fasteners. And it should be pretty good. Let's compare it to the back fender. It's not as great as this back fender, obviously, but we did compound it by hand, and we buffed it and polished it by hand and did the best I could. It is a little shinier than it was, and it's not as great as the back fender, but this is life until somebody coughs up a new old stock front chestnut fender for a Suburban. Yeah, just let me know. I'll know you where to send it. I'll tell you where to go. All right, let's put this fender on real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing good. You know, we're just out here in the shop trying to have good vibes. We did put up some artwork over there by the drill press. That's not the final area for that artwork. Thank you, Mike Love. I actually am going to put it up probably over on that little spot in between the chain guards, but for now it's in a pretty good spot. I don't think the drill press is going to ruin it. I will hang it up somewhere else, but I had to get it up because it's pretty cool. Thank you, Mike Love. It's up, it's running, it's good. And let's put this fender on. First thing we got to do is take this ratcheting 10mm, which is nice to have, and take this bolt off for the back of the brake. And we'll put the fender on. Can you guys see? I hope you can see. Where would you go? Where would you be? Yeah, we're not roasting any chestnut Schwinns on fires. Don't worry. We're not smelting this bike down. We are building this bike up. Now, I had a problem with some tires the other video. They were the wrong, well, they weren't the wrong size for the rims. They were just an extremely cheap tire, and they did not measure out at 27 by inch and a quarter. They were more like 27 by inch. And it's a company I've dealt with before. I never had any problem. And they were very gracious and sent me a return envelope, a return sticker. So I returned it on their dime, and they refunded everything. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company. But, you know, there are good people out there. They did do the right thing. This is one of my rapid rivets. I've had a video on those before. I will show you the box in a minute. It's just a big rivet you pound in there. It's not Schwinn. It's bigger than Schwinn. But it is a rivet. And occasionally, I do the right thing. Now and then. All right, this skinny one goes on here. Oops. Yeah, as I do the wrong thing. You guys know me. It's all good. Okay, we got that little aluminum spacer in there. We got 2 washers. And now this brake doesn't look so goofy when there's some space on the bolt. Before, the bolt was way in. Okay, we won't put the final on that yet. We still got to put the bottom ones on. Yeah, these ratcheting 10s are good to have. I have another ratcheting wrench. These are super cheap. I should probably buy some better ones. I have another one that's a 12 that comes in handy too, but the 10 is the one I use the most. Really helps out so you don't chip the paint. Okay, we're gonna leave that a little bit loose because we got to go down here and deal with these bottom ones. Going down. Whee! Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. If this holiday edition finds you in good spirits, that is a good thing. Let's put these bottom ones in. And we might put the snug on these. I did bend this piece back. It was bent a little bit. And sorry about all the wood dust. Things have definitely been happening out here with wood. This is, yeah. It's been a happening. Okay, I believe this goes like so on the outside. Oh no, the stay goes to the inside on those other bikes. I think that's right. I think the stay actually goes to the inside of this, and then the bolt. I'm directly looking at another Suburban right now, and this isn't hitting the hub on that Suburban, so I think we're okay. I think the stay goes to the back side of it. We'll go over there and check in a minute. Yeah, something about getting the front wheel and brake on and fender, it really gets you moving around on the rest of the bike, you know, when you see progress like that. Okay, 3/8 is the correct size for that. Incredible. Okay, let's take a look at the other bike just to make sure we know what we're doing. There's two Suburbans right here, and yes, they're on the inside, and that one's really grubby, but it's on the inside as well, and it's not hitting the hub. Okay, I think we're all right. That's good to check. Okay, let's put the cinch down on these bolts, and then we'll put the wheel on, and then we'll tighten that up. And things are going well. It's been really cold lately. Have I said that before? Yeah, it's been kind of rough. And when I did come out here, I had some other priorities. Actually, I had to change a sensor in our washing machine, but that was inside, thank goodness. That, you know, I had to wait for that to come, and that was kind of a priority, you know, having clean clothes. But that was an easy inside job. Well, it wasn't easy, but it was an inside job. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then a neighbor's tree fell across their driveway, and we had to deal with that just because we're nice neighbors, and we went down and drug it out of the way with my truck and didn't really get rid of it. We just cut it into bite-sized pieces so people could drive around it, you know. We weren't exactly, I mean, it was the coldest day of the year. It was like 11 degrees out that night. And what do we have to do? We have to go do some tree service. Anyway, it wasn't too far, and the truck actually started at 11 degrees Fahrenheit. I was impressed. So let's pop this wheel on. I've got about 75 pounds in this wheel. It says to put 95, but I don't think so. I think I'm going with 75. And it's seated up pretty good. It's not bad. This one I don't think I'm going to repack. I believe this to be repacked earlier when I was running it. It feels pretty good. Anyway, let's put this on. It's a little harder to put on now. The fender is making it harder. Making it hard. Okay. There we go. All right. Not bad. Okay. I think we did pretty good. Yeah, it's this action here looks pretty correct. And up there looks pretty correct. This was a pretty straight fender to begin with. It was just that hideous rusty stay. We can bend that over a little bit. I think we're pretty good though. Yeah, I see the space in between the stay and the wheel looks pretty good. Up here it looks pretty concentric. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. The tire is decent. The wheel has a slight hop. Not too bad. And let's measure this. You know, I had that problem with how far across that was on the other tire, and I sent them back because of that. Really ridiculous. Like I said earlier, it is a company I've dealt with before, and there was no problem. They sent me a sticker to send them back right away, and it was no problem. I'm not going to mention their name on camera because that's just not what we're going to do. They were nice enough to return the tires, even though I mounted one. They were nice enough about that. And yes, that is almost 1.2. 27 by inch and a quarter, and that's about 1.25 inches. Yes, right. Oh, silly camera. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I just measured this tire, and it's right on the money. It's 1.25 inches wide. These aren't the greatest calibers, but you can see it's a little bit over the mark there. Yeah, 27 by 1.25 inches. The other tire, you could barely even get it. It was like more or less 1 inch wide, and it was measuring on the tire. It said 1.25 inches, but it wasn't. And like I said, they were cool. They let me return them, even though I mounted one. And also on those tires, I should have known, the thorn-proof tube I was trying to put in would not go in. I had to use this other tube. And the Panaracer Pacellas, the thorn-proof tube does fit in there, just barely. So that's good, because I like to run the thorn-proof. Because you know I do a lot of road biking with these 10 speeds. Actually, I don't do any road biking. It's all in the off-road. Anyway, so that fender looks good. Let's throw these bars on. Let's quit jibber-jawing. And we got this ready to go with much ado. I have not been down to my buddy's cycle place. I need to get one of these much longer. I'm not going to run that. We can't cable this today. But we can put a front brake on. And we can put the bars on and get rid of that hideous reflector. And probably test it in a few days when it gets a little warmer. I don't think there's going to be a test ride in our cars today. Unless you guys send some incredibly warm weather here. Yeah. Alright, let's put these bars in. Or let's take a look at them, see how rusty they are. They're not too bad. I might clean these up first, folks. Or try to find a better stem. Let's just disassemble this, and maybe I'll dip this stem in something overnight or a few hours. Put some of the oxalic stuff on it. Yeah, let's I just don't feel comfy putting these in. I think I'm going to put some rusty stuff on there or find a better one. So let's bring these over here and we'll disassemble them a little bit and go from there. Boy, I'm sure I'm glad I didn't have to use that thing. Oh, and since this is not going to be a 5-speed anymore, we could actually put all this 5-speed stuff back, but not right now. Put it all back in the parts bin area. These are the grips I'm going to use, but not today. Let's just take this. Oh, this free wheel I'm going to use. That's good. Let's just take this apart right now, and we'll diff that. We will see about a different stem, or I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. This stem is just too rusty to put in there. I'm just not going for that. And you shouldn't go for it either. Okay, so we're going to loosen these up, twist them out of the way, put a big adjustable on these, knock them off, get the bars out, get rid of that hideous square reflector, and well, we're not going to get rid of it, we're just going to put it in the parts bin area. There's no reason to get rid of a Schwinn part. We don't do that. Nobody's got time for all that. Okay, so this grip is already damaged, so let's not try to damage it anymore. Sometimes you have to get a heat gun on these things. This one already took a pretty big hit there, so let's try not to damage it anymore. Okay. Yes. And since we're going to use different grips, you know, these have to come off anyway. I think we're going to use these because I have a nice set of those. Okay, in the bin. And let's do this one too. Whatever holiday you celebrate, you know, have a good week, guys and gals. Whatever you do out there. Some people don't celebrate anything. They just revel in the time off. You know, some people don't go for the whole corporate America needs to make money, I need to buy people presents. And that's okay. That's good too. Okay. Pop this off. And this one's not damaged. But let's just try not to damage it anyway. Maybe we can shoot it across the shop. Yes. Oh, there's some critters in there for sure. Okay. Let's take these levers completely off. We're going to use these, just not right now. Okay, that's a good used lever. Put that in the box. Yeah, I've got a line. I saw another bike. I know, I have too many bikes. But I did see this bike on... I saw a bike that is actually pretty rare to find. And you might scoff at this, but it's a 71 Suburban in white color. Now, why is that rare? It's not really a rare bike, is it? 71 Suburban? Eh, dime a dozen. It's a boy's bike, 24-inch frame. It has the black emblem. For 71 only on the white bikes. Black emblem with white letters. I know I have too many bikes, but boy, I'm seriously thinking about snapping that one up. It's on Facebook Marketplace right now. Not that far from me. I'm kind of waiting because usually when you see old Schwinns, the people finally realize, you know, after about a week, they're like, oh man, I'll be lucky to get 50 bucks for this thing. So I'm kind of waiting for that I'm lucky to get 50 bucks for it moment. I know it's coming, but it might be after Christmas when they realize that. It's the, you have the, oh, it's not that worth that much moment. It happens. Just be patient. Keep an eye on Facebook. Okay, we need a 1/2 inch to get this off. And you guys love it when I dig through my tools. Here it is. Yeah, we're gonna get this hideous square reflector off. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that moment when they realize that it's not worth 180 bucks or something. It's probably only worth about 50 or 60 bucks since it needs new tires and a new chain and new cables, and it's all greasy and oily and, you know, been sitting a long time and everything's frozen on it. Yeah, maybe since all those things added up, it's worth 50 bucks. Yeah. Okay, we gotta spray that with something. It is not being very nice in there. We want things to be nice. We want you to love it. Okay, don't look. This is not anything promoting me. Okay, put that over there. All right, so maybe this bolt will come out better now. Probably not. Let's try to tighten it a little bit too. back and forth here. Okay. I can see this might work. Yeah, we're waiting for that. Oh, my bike's not worth that much moment. Oh, it came right out now. We're waiting for that moment. It usually takes about 2 weeks. And the people realize, yeah, I'll save that. Even though I'm not down with these, it is correct for 75 and above Schwinn. Yeah, this is correct. So I'll save it. I'm not too down with it though. Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting for that moment. Okay, that's off, and we'll check the date on these. I'm sure they're date coded correctly. 70. Yeah, 75. And that's a 75 Suburban. These are the correct bars. Hey, you know what, for giggles? Let's blow some compressed air through there and see what comes out. It can be very exciting. You never know what comes out of there. Okay. Here we go. Let's blow some stuff across the shop. You guys ready? Oh, yeah! Let's get a reverse blow. Oh, yeah! Okay. Alright, I don't think any insects could survive that. Let's blow this out too a little bit. And take this screw out. Now, I think we're going to dip this stem in something overnight, or I'll look for a better one. I just don't want to put this on the bike all rusty like this. The bike's looking pretty good now. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be brought down a notch. Okay, I would soak this in vinegar, but I think I would forget. And this is also marked 75. Yeah. Yeah, that's marked 75 as well. Gee, imagine that. Imagine that on a bike that's never been touched. Well, it's been touched, but just not in the right way. Yeah, 1975. And the bars as well. Yeah, part number 7881-75 right there. Yeah, these are correct. Everything on this bike is correct. In 75 or so, they did this weird little ridge thingy. I think I have one that's better. Let's take a look. If I have one that's better, we should just use it right now. You guys don't want to wait around for stuff to not happen. Oh yeah. Look at that. I got one right here. And this one's dated this one's dated 81. Huh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, here it is. This one's dated 77. Well, you know, that would be sacrilege to use a 77 stem on a 75 bike. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to do the right thing, and oh, that's really sharp. Let's file the back of that. I think we're going to soak this one. And the reason is everything on the bike is stamped 75, and I know it doesn't really matter, but I guess just for me saying that it's basically an original. Well, it's not original running gear anymore. I mean, what am I worried about, right? All right, that's better. Okay, I think we are going to soak this one, just because it's the correct one for the bike. We could use this one, but I hate these. Okay, yeah, we're going to soak it. And this is the free wheel we're going to use. We're not going to do that today. Actually, we're not going to do anything today. We are done being cold out here. I'm going to soak this one in something. Probably some oxalic. I don't think I'm going to put it in vinegar because I will forget. Let's see what we have over here. Yeah, I got some of this stuff. Oh yeah, this is good. it makes rust. It's just some rust remover stuff. No one's promoting me, so I'm not really, I tape stuff off. It's basically oxalic acid. It's in a gel form. It's just enough. I'll spread it on here overnight, and the next video this will be all super clean. We'll put the bars in, we'll cable it up. This turned out pretty good. It's amazing what good quality tires will do for you. We got a back tire for this, and a thorn proof, and we got a 20 tooth for that. Now on the 20 tooth, it's a thicker one, so we're gonna have to use the thicker chain, and that's okay. This was just a shop chain anyway. And the thick chain can go on the smaller sprocket, but not vice versa. So if I put that, this is the thicker chain, but I'm gonna get a new one. So we will have the thicker gear in the back, so we'll have to use a thicker chain, but that's okay. We're gonna go get a cheapy chrome chain or something. And this will have the 20, and I believe I'm gonna have to use a half link on this to make this right. With a couple links in this back, I'm sure it'll probably be just about in the same position, which I don't like. It's got to go back that way, so I think I'm going to use the half link. You can mess around with different ratios, like you can painstakingly find bigger or smaller freewheels to make it slide back, or change this. I don't want to change that. I like to use the 10-speed front Schwinn gear. It's a Schwinn part. I really like to use them. They fit well. It's a 39. If you use the big enough sprocket in the back, it's just right. Okay, so that's it for now. Yeah, keep the comments coming. And let's see. Oh, someone was going to send me a new old stock front fender for this. Yeah, that's right. It looks chestnut brown for 75 and 76. I believe it was only those 2 years. So yeah, just let me know, and I'll tell you where to, box it up and where to send it. Yeah. Hey, have a good day, and yeah, Faulkner fixes all. Tuning out, man. Happy holidays.